Hi.
Hello, Dan.
Good evening.
Cooey!
Good evening.
Right, you chat amongst yourselves. I'm just going to share this out.
I'm going to share this out now, so use Jen's talk amongst yourself.
Yeah, just announce the show, Dan. Do your job.
Tonight we're talking about someone passing wind for money. No, tonight we're talking about premonitions, and I bet you didn't see that one coming. Right, I've used it thousands of times. Sorry, guys. Right, so we're just going to wait for the other two to come back in the room. 1, 2, 3, back in the room.
I'm not back in the room yet.
They're sharing. They should have done this. They should have done this ages ago, but they're just doing it now. It's just a coy and a ploy to get out of actually doing any work.
Yeah.
You're a cheeky arse, Mr. Winter.
Talking of arses.
Oh.
How's your arse, Fim?
My arse is fine.
I hear if you've got the right arse, you can earn some good money with it.
No! One, you are not the dog.
Right, let's have a look here. We've got two people. Good evening, everybody out there in YouTube land. Or shall I say, sorry, Facebook land. It's Nettie! Hello, Nettie! Nettie in the house, Nettie in the house. Nettie in the house. Hi, Annette. Annette, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're all good. We are talking about premonitions this evening. So Viv is shearing out. Lois is crying because somebody's upset her. Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that, Annette. And Jay and me are just sitting back and laughing at everybody.
As you normally do, you just laugh at everybody.
We're giggling schoolboys in the background.
Yep.
So, is anybody? Well, I'll say, is anybody out there? It's just you, Annette, at the minute. Have you had any experience with premonitions? Have you thought of anything come across your mind not to do when you were meant to do it, and then you didn't do it, and something happened, or you thought if you did something? I'm sorry, are you Annette? Go on, Lo.
No, it's fine, you asshole.
I will listen intently now. Go on.
The one thing that I can think of premonition that's happened to me is there was one night I usually used to go to RS McCall's, and because I would stand in there for pure ages and talk, and this one particular night I kept putting it off. I kept saying I'll go in 5 minutes, I'll go in 5 minutes, I'll go in 5 minutes, I'll go in 5 minutes. And what happened was I left the house about 6 o'clock. No, 5 past 6, sorry. And I says to him, I'm away, blah, blah, blah. Was walking towards, obviously, where the hill sits. So, walked down the hill, and for some reason, I said to myself, no, I'd never ever say I'm going to the garage, because you had the garage, and then McCall's was like further down. So to go down the hill, I would need to turn right and walk along, whilst the garage was straight on. And somehow I just stopped, and I knew I hadn't to go to the McCall's, and I went to the garage.
Sorry, is it long?
Bang, that's rude.
It's meant to be.
You're an asshole.
Go on, you were in the garage. Go on, you're in the garage. Is it a long story? Go on, you were at the garage.
I'm not telling you now.
Go on, I will shut up. I promise I'll be good now.
I've got a premonition. I've got
I'm going to get a smack.
You got a punch?
From Lois, that's my premonition.
Hey, Rigger.
Hi, Rigger. Hope you're doing well, friend. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, go on, Lois, sorry.
Right, so then I ended up at the garage. When I went, the time that I got to the garage and back up the road, it had broke out on Facebook that RS McCall's had been robbed at 20 past 6.
And that's the time you would have been in there.
And that would have been the time that I was just arriving.
Was that armed robbery or?
It was just like wanting money and things like that. But it was that freaked me because I didn't take my phone. And usually I do take my phone with me, but I never did. So,
Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to stop the cat from sniffing the light bulb.
Perhaps he's had a premonition. Perhaps he's trying to tell us something. Hello, John. Oh, John. I can see John's eyes. John. Hello, John. How are you?
you hear him?
Meow. Is he purring?
It's purring, yeah.
Oh, John.
So,
Oh.
Jay, have you had any premonitions, Parker, in your time?
I've had lots of deja vu, but I can't really.
You knew something was going to happen and then it happened.
Yeah.
Tell us.
Well, we was going to an investigation. I was having a shave and sorting myself out. And my
Tidying
guide-
yourself up like you do.
As you do, yeah. And my guy, I was having a shave, and my guide come through into the mirror. I didn't say anything, and then he went.
Hi,
Yes,
Sarah.
Louise.
And then,
Hi, Sarah.
and then when we went to the venue, I was washing my hands when I went to the toilet, and he come back through the mirror. I was like, right, okay, what's all this about, kind of thing? And yeah, it was just I haven't really had massive kind of dealings with it, if you know what I mean. I had not a lot of trippy out like motions, if you know.
What about you, Dan?
Premonitions. I probably have had, but over the years, I've like Jay, you have, like obviously deja vu, and I do wonder if that feeds into the idea of a premonition, where you kind of know what's going to happen, or you've been that actual actions happened before.
Yeah.
Hi, Carl.
Hi, Carl.
Carl.
Hope you and Louisa are well.
Not that I can, not off the top of my head that I can think of, really. I mean, obviously, I've had things. I've learned to listen closely to things, to my sort of my inner voice.
Right.
So if it's something that you shouldn't be doing, then I will take heed of it. I never used to before. I just used to crash into things, and that's just me putting myself off, and probably is a lot of it. But there are some times when that feeling's a little bit overpowering, isn't it? And you think, yeah, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. But whether that's a premonition or that's just an instinct, or I don't know, which is probably the same similar thing, but I don't really know. I mean, there's certain things I've dreamed about that is a recurring one, and I don't know if it's a premonition or it's happened, or I don't know. I can't really say, but I have one. But I have one about a plane crash. That I'm always in it. And I'm not fearful of planes or anything like that. I've been on loads of them. It doesn't bother me. But I've had this particular one now going on for a few years where the plane crashes. And I always think I'm on a journey, and then when I think I'm coming back, I'm fine. I get on the plane, I'm fine. And then on the way back, something happens. It can be like a turbulence that hits. It's not a turbulence, something. But it's weird. But I have lots of things about planes over the years that I can't put my finger on.
I had one major premonition that was quite upsetting. So I'll quickly tell you what that was. It happened years ago. I've gotten over it, and I'm happy to talk about it. But the premonition was when I sat in a closed circle years and years ago to develop. We used to get homework. So we'd sit in a circle, we'd work with our guides, whatever. And our circle leader, through his guide, would send us home with homework. So the following week, we would have to come back, write down what we did, how we did it, what we got, and discuss it within the group. Now, part of this homework was to meditate. I had to do a meditation on our own, not a guided meditation, but guided by our spirits, where they wanted to take us, show us, talk about stuff, and bring it back to the circle the next week. So me being me and being lazy, I thought, I'll do this guided meditation in the bath, kill two birds with one stone, write it up before I go to bed, and that would be that. But the guided meditation in the bath didn't happen the way it was supposed to with my guides. And all I got, and it came in very quickly and bang through my third eye, I saw steel girders, I saw explosions, I saw men in overalls and hard hats on fire, screaming and writhing in pain. I saw lots of like little explosions and then one big one. And I couldn't get out of it quick enough, but I saw enough people on fire and burning. It was pretty major. But I couldn't tell you what was exploding, even if I was in my own country, if that was something there exploding. I just saw this thing. So anyway, after seeing that, I wrote it down and I brought it to the circle, and they just I got told off for not doing the homework properly. But it was a couple of months later on the Channel 5 news, just happened to be on while I was cooking dinner for my children. They were kids at the time. And it came on that a oil refinery in the UK exploded and a number of people had lost their life. And when I saw, and I just happened to turn and I saw what I saw in my premonition, I saw the steel girders, I saw the smoke, I saw the surround. It looked like a chimney, but not quite, not as high, very round, that exploding, being on fire and that sort of thing. And you saw men running around wearing the same overalls and the white hard hats. And when I saw that, I just burst into tears because, one, I foresaw it. Two, there was nothing I could do. I couldn't warn anyone, even if I knew where it was. If I'd picked up the phone and rang them and said, look, this is going to happen, they would have laughed at me and slammed the phone down. So that premonition came in very quickly. I've not had anything like that since. And if I did get anything, would I warn people? I don't think I would, unless it was people that were close to me that might listen, or but something on a big scale like that where there was going to be a loss of life, whether it's a plane coming down or whatever, I don't think I would tell anyone. I would keep it to myself or write it down and keep a note or a record of it. But there's not much that you can really do. There's some things in the chat, Dan. So before we do Annette's, before we do
hello to
Annette's,
Carl, Wayne, Kelly,
Chantel,
and Irene.
Chantel.
Chantel's in the house.
Chantel in the
Chantel's in the
house. So
Irene's in the house.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Irene.
And lovely Irene is there, of course.
And
so,
Kelly.
Kelly.
And Kelly.
Hi,
And
Kelly.
Wayne. And Mr. Seaton. Wow.
Indeed. So Annette said that
let
she's
me
had a
put it up.
premonition. She had a premonition, or I've had a premonition dream years ago. I was taken to see an incident in a park where all the police were. Inside the gates was 3 small body bags. Something opened one of the bags so I could see only a T-shirt with a sun on it. Going forward about 6 months, someone gave me a bag of clothes, and going through it, there was that T-shirt with the sun on it. The kids' bikes were taken off of them, and no way they got to leave where I could not see them again. Yep.
Wow.
Wow, that's freaky.
Yeah, some of them are interesting, aren't they? Some of these, I mean,
Well,
I don't know.
You
about.
hear of people having premonitions like airplane disasters, like major disasters across the world.
Look at Bagga, what do you call it, plane women? Bagda, is it Bag? The woman that predicted 9/11, she predicted 9/11. She predicted the fact that that Trump was going to be president. She predicted also, I think she predicted COVID as well. There was going to be a disease. But then I look at like obviously The Simpsons, and The Simpsons have even predicted things they've done cartoons on that's ended up happening, which is freaky.
They have. So Wayne says he had 2 premonitions when I was in my teams. Both happened, but they happened to myself.
Sporting Everton.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know much about
premonitions and predictions. Are they the same thing or not the same thing? I mean, would you put them in the same bag, or would you? Premonitions are something that's just a snippet, really, or predictions, somebody sitting down and working at it. because I believe the premonition thing is a little bit different from the prediction thing, even though they sort of are very, very similar, if that makes sense. Like Nostradamus, he said that he had these visions that came to him in a dream, and he studied the planets and that, all that sort of thing. So would that be the different from a prediction, where you open up, you ask your guides, give me some information about the future, they give it to you, you write it down, comes true or it don't come true? I don't know. So maybe I've got it wrong. I don't understand.
Yeah, I'm going to play devil's advocate now, because I think if you take cross-reference these people that have these premonitions, even like Nostradamus, and you look through the book of predictions that he's given, there's also quite a bit that he predicted that didn't come to
Has
fruition.
come true, yeah.
So I think if you do that, I mean, anybody can say, like me, saying, well, you know, I have this dream of a plane crash. I'm not bothered about plane crashes. Like I've said, I don't know where it comes from, but it's a continuing thing I have. Well, I've been having that for years now. So I could have put that down to several plane crashes. But was it? Or was it just me having a dream about a plane crash?
Yeah.
And does the dreams that you're having, I'm talking about in dream now, the dreams that you're having, are they just problems of your everyday life that manifest themselves as something other than, you know, like they say that the thought of losing someone is, or something along the lines of pulling you when you lose all your teeth.
Yeah.
You think it's nothing to do with you losing your teeth. It's something to do with losing something entirely different.
Hi,
Yvonne.
So
what?
So the people can have like these recurring dreams. I mean, I've had a recurring dream since I was a child, and that's never gone away. But I think that was because of my childhood and what I went through. I don't think that has got anything to do with having this premonition. But when I did a course and studied dreams and all that sort of thing, they say to write your dreams down, every single little detail. So you'd walk through a garden gate and notice that the hedge was cut really nice and it smelled beautiful. The hedge actually smelled beautiful, and it smelled of this, which didn't smell like a normal hedge. It could have smelled like roses. I don't know. The hedge was weird. Even those little things, what you smell, how you feel, what you see, is the sun on you, all that sort of thing. Because each tiny little detail that's in that dream actually means something in your everyday life, in dream analysis. And people don't tend to sort of do that. They remember the major incidences, for example.
Exactly. So they pick and choose bits.
Yeah.
Well,
exactly.
Look at Princess Diana. She had a premonition about obviously her death, and I don't know if there was a note or something, but it's strong evidence that the note said, "This particular phase in my life is the most dangerous. My husband is planning an accident in my car, brake failure and serious head injury in order to make the path clear to him to marry Tiggy. Camilla is nothing but a decoy. So we are all being used by the man in every sense of the word."
But do you think that's more like conspiracy theory, because you've not heard that from the lips of her? Is what has come down through the channels. You've not actually heard her say that. So
it could be.
Yeah.
Or she could have got intel from somewhere. They're all connected, aren't they? She could have got intel from somebody, wrote it down and thought, well, I can't disclose who it is because I don't want to get them in trouble. So I'll just say this is what I think is going to happen. The first I was dreaming over for about 6 months. To progress, the more I dreamed until it happened.
Wow.
Yeah, the Akashic Records is an interesting one, Chantel. I often think about that as a reference to certain things that happen.
I'll be saying that's fun.
Wow, that must be horrible, Eric. I hope they're working for you.
Could you, Eric? I mean, is any therapies or anyone you could go and see about this sort of thing, rather than taking the pills all the time? Could you actually work through them? Maybe it's a therapist or something.
Sounds like you need CBT, because
that's good, Eric. That's good.
I know what nightmares are like, Eric. They're horrible. They're absolutely horrible.
Yeah, I have nightmares, but not in the way that maybe other people have nightmares with scary things coming in. I have nightmares about my bloody husband and what he's doing, and apparently I spoke to him and he tried to wake me up. I told him, don't touch nothing because it don't belong to you. And apparently I was really aggressive to him. Meaning don't touch anything in the room. Don't touch anything.
Poor man.
He's not a poor man.
But
Inspiration, Wayne. Use it for
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah, definitely.
my nightmares. But aye, premonitions there. It's an interesting subject. It is actually an interesting subject.
I mean, we have our small day-to-day ones. Like, I've been with Dan in the car, and I've thought to myself when he was driving, coming up to a red traffic light, that's going to change. The minute he stops, it will change, and it did. And that's not really a premonition. I think it's more wishful thinking, and it happened. But
But then, like I said, it's like a ratio again, isn't it? How many times do you think that a day, and how many times does it happen? Hi, you Robert.
Mr.
Hope
Hi,
you're good.
Robert.
Robert, I am all confuddled this evening.
Confuddled.
Just to let you know. Is it called confuddled?
It is now.
Confuddled.
Confused. Or...
We're all
Confuddled.
confuddled. Abraham Lincoln was another one.
Mine
He had
was so
dreams
bad that
about
Beowulf
predicting.
Beowulf grabbed my cat because that's a great book. That Beowulf, great story. Beowulf grabbed my cat because they sleep with me and almost squeezed it. Wow. Yeah.
Bye,
Take it
Mr.
easy, Wayne.
Stephen.
Great.
Take it easy, Wayne.
Speak to you
Take
soon,
care,
buddy.
Wayne.
Take it easy.
Bye,
Stay
Wayne.
safe. Have a good week.
Vonnie's in the house.
Hi, Vaughn. Vaughn's in the house. Vaughn's in the house. Vaughn's in the house. Vaughn's in the house.
And Robert's in the house.
Robert's in the house. Robert's never out this house. Yes,
It's
my
been
missus
done
was
for
like that.
that.
Everything belonged to her.
I like your missus.
I think they all are, Robert, to be honest with you.
And Eric's in the house.
Eric! We know Eric because we were talking about Eric.
But do you know, Eric, I was just thinking, because he's got that Viking look there and he's talking about Beowulf, is there something to do with the past history?
That's Anglo-Saxon.
Oh, is it?
Beowulf Anglo-Saxon, yeah.
I was just thinking, is it something from his past that's coming through into his life now that's maybe affecting him?
See, again, how much of the reflections of what we have? It's like I've continually, ever since I was a kid. Now, bear with me. This is an odd one. I used to.
Well, you are odd.
I am odd. I used to see all the time, and then I mentioned it to my mum and my dad as I got older, and they said that never happened. What are you talking about? I used to look out the window, the house that we lived in, and even going out onto the street, I would look up and I would see literally hundreds of planes. The sky would be black with planes, right?
Right.
All different sorts of military planes, bombers, what have you. And then all of a sudden, the backs would open, and out of these planes, not the small fighters, but out of these bigger planes were four paratroopers. Way! Were four paratroopers, and the sky would be black. And I could never quite work out what the relevance of that was.
That's my heart for Stephen.
Bit flat.
Fucking people.
Sorry, Dan. So the paratroopers were jumping out the planes.
Sorry.
Yeah, like literally hundreds of people jumping out these planes. I could see the chutes opening. They were all coming down. And I used to think, I even grew up thinking they were displays. They were that apparent. They were that sort of, they were there. You could see them. And I used to think, they're displays, probably like war displays or whatever as a kid. But then as I grew up speaking to people, they went, "That what you on about? That never happened."
Wow.
But I don't know. I mean, maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe it's
place memories. I mean, yeah.
Maybe
Hi,
I was
Bev.
into other people's. Hi, you Bev.
Hi, babe.
Oh, babe.
Well, welcome to the madhouse. That's all I can say.
Yep.
Past life.
Could be
Yeah.
past life.
There's a lot of interference with Von.
I
tell them-
know. He's
tell
got
them to
other half.
Tell them to stop interfering.
I do like a bit of interference.
Dan, Eric had something
That's
like that.
interesting. So
They
yeah,
were
something like
aliens.
that. They were aliens. That's interesting, Eric.
Martin!
Martin.
Martin's on.
Hiya,
Hey.
Martin.
Welcome, Martin.
Hiya, buddy. Hope you're good.
But yeah, no,
But-
that is an interesting story because either you're seeing stuff that Spirit are trying to show you, or it's a replay, or it's a past life, or
I would
somebody's
probably
just
say
saying
it's a
that
past life or something.
you were
Well, you
here
got to
before.
think. You got to remember, this was North
Yeah.
London in the 70s.
So that was, well, yeah, no, what?
No,
North
there would have been
London.
there'd have been no massive parachute drops over North London in the 70s. And I used to see them on a regular basis. It was something that I could hear the drone in, and then
You were
I'd see
abroad.
the planes.
You're from abroad. You're from somewhere else. That's what it was.
Well, yeah, or something. I don't know what it was. It was just odd. And then, of course, I have these continual plane crash scenarios, like the sort of vivid dreams. I can remember them so vividly, and most of my dreams I can't. There are certain dreams that have really vivid,
Some people would say
images.
it would be a glitch in the Matrix. That
It could be
something
anything. It could be
Yeah.
anything, couldn't it? It could be anything.
It could be. Do you think, like,
No.
some of the stars that have passed away have predicted seen the premonitions of their own deaths? Was it no?
That's interesting, Eric.
Oh, James Dean. Sounds like a good
I wouldn't mind the acid.
Do you remember that song? Acid!
That's right, yeah. Acid.
Get the rave. Start raving with your glow sticks. Sorry.
All those days are gone.
Get your glow sticks out, Dan. Sorry,
Well,
no, I
missus.
interrupted you.
That's all
That's all
right.
right.
Love, I'm used to it.
What about a
So
dream
what you
that
gonna
was
say?
reoccurring and it happened in real life 50 years later? That's, yeah, well, who knows? Who knows? It's the mysteries upon mysteries upon mysteries in this world.
Some nice idea.
That's not good, Robert. But yeah, there are lots of and actually I think that, to be honest with you, I think that Chantel made a good point regarding the Akashic records.
Oh,
Where we can
Yes.
where's she gone? Where's she gone?
where's Matt going?
She hasn't paid her electric, has she?
She hasn't. Either that or the next door's no paid their internet bill. I'll get whacked for that one.
Well, it's true.
Shut up, nobody asked your opinion.
Yeah, it's odd. It's a really odd one, isn't it? I don't really know what to think about these. Here she's back. And she,
I'm back.
in the room. Where did you go?
I've glitched in the Matrix.
Glitch.
You
She's
don't
back
know.
now, Eric. All's good with the world.
Yeah, don't worry, Eric. I'm back.
Yeah.
So what was
So,
Lois
yeah.
going to say? What was Lois going to say? I'm interested.
I was going to say, right?
What?
Do you think?
Well, it's an interesting in the same sentence.
Fuck you!
Right, that's it.
Kick him!
I booted him down.
You
So you
piece
can
of
donk him
pussy.
on the head.
Hey!
I'll donk Jay and you donk Dan.
Sorry, Lo, what were you saying?
No, I can't even remember.
Jay. Bang.
Oh, thanks for cheering out, buddy. Appreciate that.
Oh, aye, that's it. Stephen's just reminded me. Right, so, do you think the stars can, like, have their own premonitions about their death? Because it said that James Dean apparently had a premonition about his death.
See, I like James Dean. I've always liked James Dean. But the thing with James Dean is he led life really close to the edge.
On the fast
chances
lane,
with him,
didn't
he was going to get killed in a car anyway, I think. Because the way he used to... I mean, obviously, he didn't get killed racing, but he got killed going to a race, which was really sad. But he lived his life fast, didn't he?
You should.
I'm laughing at Nettie.
You have no doinking before.
I don't know. It's awkward. I mean, there are people that say... My mum used to always say, but I think that's probably nearer to the point when people get to the point where they're going to die. she said, you know, they kind of sort of rally, so they get their life in order.
Yeah.
But then you could say that, you know, but then these people are probably in their 70s and 80s, not the 70s old, but getting on a bit. So do they know that, you know, chances are their life might come to end sooner rather than later. So are they getting ready stuff? I don't know. It's a weird one, isn't it?
They tie up loose ends, don't they? And
Yeah,
get the paperwork ready and prepare the family. And yeah, I've had that.
I don't. I mean, it definitely happens, but whether it's you know, like they know or they're just preparing because chances are it might happen. I don't know.
Yes, I've seen that all the time.
You know more about it than I, Von. You would know a lot more about it than I.
Yeah.
Because I think, Von, you work in palliative care, don't you?
I'll swap you, Dan. Andy.
This is Andy, by the way.
Yeah, not Dan. Sorry, that's the other husband. Do you know, I have two husbands. Andy. Apparently, I've got a real husband and I've got a paranormal husband, but he's not my paranormal husband. He's the paranormal brother. But people think
she lucky?
And people think, because we bicker like we do, because we can, people think we're married, don't they, Dan?
They do.
It's quite a funny
Stephen
thing.
thought you were married.
Oh, you did, Von?
I don't.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you know what? The thing is, Eric, you can't ask for more than that.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's a good thing to be able to see, if that's the case.
Yeah.
That's exactly it, Robert.
That is a good question.
The thing with Nostradamus, is what we have to remember. He didn't write in English, and he wrote in quatrains. And didn't he write in ancient Latin, Dan? You would know more.
I'm not sure he wrote it, but I know that he wrote a lot of the stuff. The time the dates changed, haven't they?
Because when it come to the interpretation and the rewriting of them, I think some little bits got changed. So when you get a copy of Nostradamus, the book to read, are you reading what he actually wrote or somebody else's interpretation of it? So that's what you have to remember when you read Nostradamus.
Same as the Bible, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's fascinated with the stream service brought, man.
Hey!
Oh, he's a stud. Look at him. Pin-up man.
I think you need to go back to Specsavers.
I think you do. I think you just don't know.
Anyone wants to join the Stephen fan club, just message me. We'll get it sorted. You know, we'll send pictures of Stephen once a month if you like.
If you really want him, you can take him for fuck all. Honestly, I'll give you.
I'm not being funny, Lo. He's only been on it 2 minutes. He's more popular than you.
Wouldn't be hard.
It's not nude. He's got a t-shirt on, I think.
He has got a t-shirt on.
Look, there is a t-shirt. Sorry. There is a t-shirt. Look, that's not the skin.
That's got a very loose skin.
What kind of pictures will we get if we join the Stephen fan club?
I'll give you all the pictures. All the pictures. I'll give you the real deal. I'll ship them off.
There you go. Was it £9.99 a month, including postage and packaging?
I'll pay you to take her.
I'll treat you good home. Woo!
I'll pay for the first month's feet. You know what I mean?
Oh dear. Oh, we can also get pictures of Jamie and Dan, but they come as twice.
You won't want me.
You won't want me either.
It's funny that, Lois. I've got my hubby up for a free home too. I think most women haven't they?
I bet Hazel would sell you, Dan.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't think
so good looking.
I don't think she
where would she get anything like me?
Bev's back again.
Hi, Bev.
Hi, Bev.
So premonitions, what do you think of them? What are your thoughts on premonition? Are they a good thing, bad thing? Is it us Start with Lois because she's at the top.
It can be a good thing, I suppose, but then another thing, it could be a bad thing because it's like how some things are better no seen, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I agree.
Like worrying.
Me?
Like, what the hell are you?
It's really awkward, isn't it? Because on one thing you think,
is that yours, Steve-O?
Yes.
Hey, good man, Steve-O.
Yeah, he's going to talk to his fans.
It's a weird one, isn't it, really? Because in one way you think, yeah, it is good to sort of know that these things are going to happen. But then in another way you think to yourself, but even if I did find out, would I warn people? Because is it my place to change destiny?
History.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like that old, responsibility. You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't,
What about you, Parker? What do you think? Good or bad?
Yeah. It's either end, really, to be fair. I think it's some of it can be good, but some of it can be bad, to be fair, because you don't want to see something bad. But in a way, I think you want to see something good. So, I don't know, you can toss up a coin, really, innit?
Why don't we get premonitions of something good? Like really good.
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't know why. It's always on the bad, isn't it? It's always bad stuff that you see first. You never see the good, I don't think.
Is it because we're not looking for the good?
Robert says it. Do we really want to know the future? Exactly, Robert.
Exactly. I don't.
I do if it's good.
Yeah, so do I. If it's good. If it's bad, then...
Christine, 8 tomorrow, sorry. 8 tomorrow, Christine. Hello, though.
Christine Marley's in the house.
In the house.
But then again, would we really want to see
Eric. Exactly.
Would we really want to see it? Because then we would go and try and change it, and then it would become, maybe it would take us down a different path.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? And I know it sounds stupid, but you could do something along the lines of report something as a premonition that's going to happen. They could take it seriously, stop it from happening, and then one of them people that would have been killed there could then go on to create, I don't know, become a mass murderer.
So would it not be like
you know what I mean? It's like it's like the whole stepping on the butterfly effect, isn't it?
So then I have to mention, we only remember the bad, we don't remember the good. So if we do get a good one, we're not going to remember it.
No.
But there's also this thing called, or it's a book or a DVD, it's called The Gift, where you believe you're actually living a life of, I don't know, you believe that you're rich and you believe that you're living the life of a rich person in here every day. In here, you're filthy rich, you've won the lottery, you've got £4 million given to you, and you act as though you actually won the lottery and you actually are living this kind of life when you're not, but you pretend in here that you are. And it's these people that actually win big and are quite successful in life. So is that kind of knowing in here through premonition, does that actually give us something that's good? Do you know what I mean?
Or is it just sort of over exuberance and confidence?
Putting it out to the universe to, I want this, can I have it? Pretending that you've got it and then getting it. That sort of fake it until you make it type of.
Yeah. I guess it's the half empty, half full question, isn't it? Mm. Are you a negative person or a positive person? Mm. So do you see things that could be construed as negative, but then take positive aspects from them? And then you see yourself as a positive person, but are you positive, or is it just the way that you're viewing things that makes you feel though you're positive?
Sorry, I've just got a whiff of.
It's
not this. It's not this. It's not this. This tastes quite sweet. I've just got a whiff of some kind of perfume or odour. It's quite pleasant, but it's not mine.
It's not me.
Andy's. It's not you. It's not Jamie. I can smell it. Sorry, ignore me. Something's about to happen in my house. People don't know. I live in a haunted house. Things happen. Not all the time, but things do. And when they do, it happens quite dramatically. And I think I've just been given a sign something's going to happen. But we'll wait and see.
Premonition.
Yeah.
Premonition. I hope they bloody wipe their feet next time they come in the house, wherever they are. I'm just looking at these. Oh, let me just put here.
It's the time travel son has got to me.
Well, yeah, exactly. Grandfather paradox. Exactly, Eric. Yeah, I know that manifesting. I think it's in perception.
Do we manifest premonitions, do you think, Dan?
No, I think the whole idea of manifestation is that it's like I was saying, if you look at something as positive or if you're negative, depending on whether you're negative or positive, depending on what way you look at something, you could colour your life. So you could take things that are negative but see positive aspects to them. So therefore enforcing the idea that you've got a positive lifestyle, everything's good, everything's great. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Eric said, do you think hauntings would happen a lot in Scotland? Do you know what? This is a very controversial statement I'm going to make now. Yes, hauntings do happen a lot in Scotland because the English killed a lot of them in history.
They killed a lot of us as well.
Yeah.
See these English folk?
Well, I'm sort of turning Scottish. I have my Scottish days. I'm learning the Scottish language. Don't you know?
It's quite hard.
Well, I know fanduggled.
I thought you were going to say fandabby-dozy. I was going to say, don't say it. Confuggled. And they don't have dogs. They have dags.
Dag.
Dog.
That's Irish.
Dag.
Dags.
Dogs.
Dag.
Dogs.
Dag.
Dogs.
Dags.
No, they have dogs. They have dogs. Dogs.
D-U-G-S.
Dogs.
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 Shut up.
Is that your dog?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
That was his dog.
Doug. Sure.
Dan, what are you doing?
Doing nothing.
He's looking at stuff.
No, I was just checking to see if there's any more questions come up. That was all.
We have to say it again. Dogs.
Dan, say it again. Dags.
Dags.
Dogs.
No.
Doog. Is it a
Oh, yeah,
doog?
Duke. Yeah, we Duke. Yeah, we Duke.
And
Right,
Lois
yeah,
would say to Dan, "Oh, hi, you're a wee Sassenach." Don't ask me what a Sassenach is. I know it's not very good, is it?
Lois is confused now. She doesn't even know bloody her own language.
It's not hard to confuse horse or something shiny.
Oh, we're getting something shiny.
What?
Oh, it's brilliant. So, Dan, we've not gone down many rabbit holes, so let's go and do one, shall we? A rabbit hole.
Mm-hmm.
Time travel.
Ooh.
The what?
Time travel.
So pretend that you're Doctor Who that can travel in time. Some people have been taking pictures, or they've got pictures of time travelers. Do you think that that's right, or is it faked? Or
I think it's nonsense. I think it's nonsense. Yeah, I think it's absolute nonsense. I mean,
I think it's a load of bollocks, but
yeah, I think, to be honest with you, they talk about 2012. Let's go down the Mayan route. So they talk about 2012, and people say, "Oh, 2012 come and it went, and nothing happened." But then there's a school of thought that says, "No, something did happen." And there was a big change. There was a massive flip in people's consciousness, and split between parallel universes. So the ones that are living in the universe, like for example, when you talk about things like what's it called, where you look at things and they're not the same as they were when you were a kid. So things like labels, or what's it called? I can't remember the name of it.
Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect. Yeah, Mandela effect. Yeah, or Mandela effect. And that's the thing. And they say, well, the reason for that is because And it seems to be apparent that people only come up with this, or it's only started happening since 2012. So some people say that there was a cataclysmic problem, and the people that died then shifted universes. So it was such a massive occurrence that it caused parallel universes to sort of collide, and then the shift changed people's positions. I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, it sounds... There's theories for everything.
Yep.
There's theories and philosophies for everything.
Vaughn's asked, can we be traveling in time when we're sleeping? And that's how the premonitions happen.
It's a good thought, Von, but personally, I think it's more to do with the Akashic records. I think that the Akashic records are the thought and the knowledge that everything that has been, everything that will be, and everything that's occurring at the moment is out there in the records. So if you can tap into it, you can find out long term what's going to happen, way beyond anything. Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. Eric.
I agree with that.
And that's the thing. Well, if you look at the world today, the way that people, I mean, look, for example, you look at the Second World War and you look at the way that the certain Nazis treated the Jewish people. And I remember growing up and thinking, that's horrific, it's horrendous, it's awful, it's terrible. How could you do that? It's vile, it's disgusting. Now, come forward to 2020 when people... Now, don't get me wrong, I got the vaccines, but I'm very much, you choose what you want to do. I'm not going to berate you. I'm not going to accuse you of anything. It's your decision. And I'm not going to fall out with you because you didn't have it. It's your choice. You've got free will. But then the people that didn't have it were being berated, and almost it was like a villagers. Pitchforks were coming up. Ban them. Don't let them on planes. Don't let them in this shop.
Yeah.
Don't have nothing to do with them. Don't do this. Don't do it. And you're thinking, have you learned fuck all from history?
Yeah.
And it's even happening now. You look at America when you got people like the Democrats and you've got the Republicans, and they're all hating on each other.
Naomi.
But I remember, hi Naomi. But I remember a time, as you all do, where people didn't care what your politics were. Your friend's your friend.
No.
Yeah.
But it's got
exactly.
divided now that I'm starting to think to myself, even to the point where you knew the politicians years ago, you knew they were bent, you knew they were on the take, you knew they had their hands in the till. It's what politicians do. But now they're at a point where they're doing it in front of your face and not giving a toss that you know or not. And they're pulling all sorts of strokes behind your back, like trying to sign you up to different things like the World Economic Forum. And the world knows about this, but they're still happy to go along with it. And I'm thinking, and there's still a massive portion of people that subscribe to it. And I'm thinking, what is up with you?
Do you think a lot of it as well is social media? Because a lot of conspiracy theories are so readily available. People jump on that bandwagon. I remember, Dan, right? And I don't get into politics at all.
No, it's not worth it.
I have a lot of American friends that either like Donald Trump and others hate Donald Trump. And yet on social media, I was seeing, if you support Donald Trump, then unfriend me, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, I've seen that quite a lot.
And I think, Donald Trump used to have me in bloody hysterics. Didn't agree with what he was saying half the time. Didn't understand what was going on half the time because I'm not American. I'm not over there. I'm not experiencing it. But I just thought that if I wanted a good laugh, go and see what Donald Trump is saying today. And honestly, he would cheer me up. He would cheer me up.
No filter.
No.
That's what's funny. And the thing is as well, it's like, this whole, well, if you do this, I'm not going to be friends with you anymore. And the thing is as well, you got people on the left calling people on the right now fascists, Nazis. When did somebody become a Nazi because they haven't got the same pattern of thought as you?
Yeah.
They're not locking people up in concentration camps or pushing people into gas chambers. Where did this come from? And it's the same, it's vice versa. People have gone freaking mental.
Crazy. It says here, no, we are doomed to repeat history, Dan. And it's right.
Yeah, absolutely, Eric.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because people are arses and they tend not to learn from these things.
Yeah.
Exactly, Von. They don't want people united. And they've used things like race, and they've used things like not just race, they've used religion, they've used several different ways of separating people from each other.
Yep.
And then what they do, once they've created a division, then they come in and they clean up. They create a problem, then they come in and clean it up. And
Yeah.
look what we've done. We've cleaned your problems up for you. They own.
Yeah,
Do
definitely.
you know what? They go on about freedom. There's no freedom in this world. No matter what way you vote, you're stuffed.
Sarah says, I couldn't have the jabs even though I have a reason. I'm still made to feel like I've done something wrong. And you've done
That's
nothing
disgusting,
wrong.
Sarah.
It's freedom. It's freedom of choice, Sarah. And you know what? If people make you feel like that, as Dan said, it is disgusting that they're doing that to you.
It's disgusting. And do you know what?
Yeah.
I had the jabs, and I'll tell you what, the people that have had the jabs and are saying things like that, I don't want to be friends with them because they're clearly vile bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's
what's Nettie's?
Yes, Mr. Schwab. Yeah,
Schwab. Sounds like flob. Flob.
It's funny that, isn't it? He's German as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Can't win one way, we'll win another. Look at the Bundesbank. Right.
David Icke, is he for real or is he just crazy? What do you think, Lois? Do you know who David Icke is?
No.
I ain't got a clue who he is.
Have you not?
No.
Is he the guy?
Who David Icke is or whatever his name is.
I like David Icke.
Who is he?
I do like David
what is he, a
Icke.
Politician or is he? What is he?
No. He's
Is a conspiracy theorist.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but a lot of the stuff he predicts is pretty much on the button, isn't it? A lot of stuff
I've seen a picture of him, so I didn't know his name, but I knew who he was.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Is that right, Robert?
Now we're in trouble. Russia has shot missiles inside of Poland. I didn't know that.
Dear.
That,
NATO country.
Yeah, I was going to say NATO are going to get. They will have to get involved now.
Dan, Jamie, you're going to get called up. You do know that.
Oh, what? Good.
I don't think there'll be much calling up.
Yeah.
I'm also trans, and that's even a bigger kettle of fish of the government attacks on trans people.
The government used everything, Sarah, to divide people.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every trick in the book is about division of people. People don't care about each other. People rub along pretty well. They get on fine. But then when the government stick their oar in, you can guarantee. Do you know what? It was, and he's the ex-president of America, Ronald Reagan, turned around and said, the most frightening words that a person can ever hear are the words, "We are from the government and we are here to help."
Mm.
He went, that's the most frightening words that anybody can hear.
Yeah. Right, let's read what Nettie says.
I fell out with a lot of people because of not getting the jabs. I was even dumped by the pig because I would not have stuff them. Annette.
Really?
Stuff them.
Better off without. You're better off without.
Stuff them.
Yeah.
Wait, terrible Willies on board. Hello, Tel.
All right, Tel.
Willies. One for this Willie and one for that Willie. Willie or won't he?
Yeah, exactly, Eric.
Don't tell
Exactly,
me,
Sarah.
right?
Don't worry about it. People don't care. It's just governments that do it.
Do you know what time it is, Dan?
Is it? Who's that? Did you say it, Lois?
Scottish.
Say it again. Say it again.
Say it in Scottish. Say it in Scottish.
Say it, say it again.
Jar of Doom.
No,
Exactly,
you say it,
Bon. The Jar of Doom.
No, you say it, Parker.
The Jar of Doom.
Now I'm going to say, is it the Jar of Doom, mate, or what?
Jar of Doom coming out your blood.
Right, I think it's time for Parker to pick. I'm giving it a good shake.
Where do you live, Eric? Whereabouts are you? Are you this side of the pond or the other side of the pond?
Stop.
Oh, do it again.
Stop.
Right, I've got two. Number one or number two?
Two.
Is that as in two Willies?
Yeah.
Harry Two Willies. Get over here, Eric.
Mothman.
That's an interesting one.
There you go, Dan. That's one for you, bud.
It's like a giant moth. I wonder if he's got two Willies.
Probably.
I think I'm working next week on Tuesday.
So we're blaming you for this one then.
Yeah.
So the Mothman. We'll talk about him next week.
It's a very interesting subject, Mothman.
Definitely.
Definitely an
Eric,
interesting subject.
what part of the USA are you from, Eric?
I'm probably going to say the South.
South?
I'd say
I'm going to say like the
Well,
South.
he's got an English surname. He's called Thompson.
it could be Texas.
Yeah, Bon. It does, Bon. It's an interesting subject, the Mothman. They got lots of cryptids over there, aren't they? It's so interesting.
Yeah.
Eric, who's Eric?
Eric Thompson is in the chat, Robert. Oh, Wisconsin. Nice.
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They have, isn't that where they have the skunk apes?
Yeah. Where's that? Where is he from? Where's Eric
Wisconsin.
from? That's South, isn't it?
No, Wisconsin's, isn't it east? Or is it east?
But they have, I'm sure they've got
the skunk apes.
They have their share of cryptids over there in Wisconsin. I can't even say it.
Sasquatch.
Go,
They've got a squatch
Bigfoot.
there. Terry said that Mothman escaped me his wallet.
Yes, me and Dan are members of the...
We are
from the Department of Bigfoots.
Ooh.
Midwest. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you.
Midwest.
Yes.
I must get a map of America. I keep mixing up where the states are. I must get a map. You can get them to stick on the wall, can't you?
Yeah.
Put in your new office, Dan.
I will do. Stick a map of the United States up in the new office.
I need to put my Bigfoot picture up, but I can't get a frame big enough to fit round it. I have to get one specially made, I think. Because he is that big.
Exactly, Robert. The Yeti may very well be.
Maybe.
Didn't they say there's a joke? I can't even remember it now.
Good joke.
Brilliant.
Does the Sasquatch mind being called a Bigfoot? Yet he doesn't mind, or something like that. Yet he doesn't
That
mind.
is brilliant. Must
Something
be the way
like
you
that.
told it.
I can't remember. It was an American thing.
I'll slap him for
Come
you.
over, Eric. Come over here.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's massive, isn't it? It's a whole continent. That's why.
We're going over to the States next year, Dan. Lois, Parker.
We are.
We are off to California. We are off to California, and we are going to Hollywood. We are going to Hollywood.
Although an awful lot of people seem to be leaving Hollywood at the moment, don't they?
No.
No, he ain't coming.
He can carry the bags.
Yeah, to the airport.
I've got my bag carrier down here.
Jammy.
I'll wave you off.
What? You are.
Can I tell everybody about
You could carry the handbag. Sorry, no.
What?
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 What the hell?
What?
Two Illy says investigation round the sign. I think Dan wants to look at that. Is it the Black Dahlia, Dan?
Oh, I want to go and see. There was the Black Dahlia, and there was a girl called, I can't remember, Short. Her surname was Short, and she was an English girl, British girl, came from up north somewhere, and she went to America back in the sort of just after the silent period, and she wanted to get into what they used to call talkies, and she did. She got bits, but not a lot, chorus line stuff, and she's the girl that took herself to the Elizabeth Short. That's right, Elizabeth Short. She's the girl who took herself to the top of the Hollywood sign and threw herself off the H.
Threw herself off, didn't she?
Yes.
Yeah.
They've seen the spirit apparently is still there. And when the spirit visits, it's quite horrific. But what I want to do is I want to go there and lay something there for her.
Oh, that's nice.
That's
in
sweet.
remembrance to her, to let her know that she's still, still very much thought about, and people still love her.
So Sarah's jealous. She wants to go to David Oman's house. Come with us, Sarah.
Sarah, are you in the States? Sarah's in the States, isn't she?
I don't know.
Well, come with us, Sarah.
There's that smell again. She must be going out the door. Hours up.
How's
Well, we can go on for 2 hours. We've got a 2-hour slot, but
come with us, Sarah.
No,
Oh, Barry Island. There you go. Still come with us.
is that Wales, Barry Island?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's where they filmed Gavin and Stacey.
I never watched it.
Absolute
No,
cracking.
Barry Island. We could let's do an investigation in Wales.
Sounds good.
We did one in Wales the other week.
I know, we could do a big one and get public to come. We know of a few places now.
Wales
I
is
can-
lovely.
I can speak Welsh, and this is what I can say. Croeso I Cymru.
What does that mean?
Welcome to Wales.
Come with us, Christine.
Croeso I Cymru.
Gear it in. Yes, Sarah.
What is it?
Borada. Borada.
What is
Oh,
that?
Terry, you lucky so-and-so. I love Wales.
What does that mean?
Borada is that good morning? And
No, North Wales, beautiful.
No, North Wales, lovely.
Prynawnda is good afternoon.
I know what
So
wee man
that's
is.
And we
Who?
can say
Wee wham.
We
What's
love
the
this.
squirrel?
It's the what?
Squirrel.
Is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was
And
something Native Americans lived in.
to say thank you in Welsh. Diolch yn fawr.
Do you work in what?
Diolch yn fawr.
Do you work in what?
Diolch is the thank
Nice,
you.
Terry.
Stephen's killing himself because I'm learning Welsh and can't he say it?
And fawr means very much. Thank you very much. Diolch yn fawr.
Don't you go
Hey,
to
Milwaukee.
That's
Home
the
of the
home of the
Fonz.
Fonz.
Home of the Fonz. Hey. I love that kid. Used to love that program.
We just say that to everything in Manchester.
Really?
I only know Welsh because I used to work for Swansea Sounds. That's the only reason. Eric's in Kakuna.
Kawana?
Kakuna?
Sorry, Eric, I pronounced that terribly.
It sounds like somewhere from The Lion King. Kakuna. That's
Kakuna.
Puma. Sounds posh.
Hakuna
doesn't it?
Matata.
Kuna Matata.
There she's off speaking Welsh again.
Yeah.
Terry's off speaking without you English.
You tell him, Terry, get her English out.
Terry, the only problem with North Wales is they're not Welsh. They're all Scarsers.
They were when we went there. They were all
Yeah.
Scousers and Brummies, weren't they?
Yeah, they're like all Scarce gits up there.
Oh, well done, Eric. Thank you.
What did you say, Dan? How to pronounce it?
Kalkawana.
Kalkawana.
Or Kalwana.
Hakuna Matata.
Kuna Matata.
I speak well. Yeah. Wales, eh?
Mm.
I love Wales.
Yeah, Wales is great.
We could go looking for dragons. Plenty of them in the shopping centre carrying their old shopping bags. The old dragons.
Down in North Wales is where they speak. A lot of them do speak the native tongue, don't they? They speak that
Yeah.
Gaelic. And I remember speaking to a chap once who's an old Welsh boy, and I was getting a boat across to Ireland. And there was this old Welsh boy in the pub there. It was only because the pub was by the quay, by the dock. And I was drinking there. And he came up to me and I got talking to him. And he just talking about Wales. And he bought me a pint and I bought him a pint. And we got talking. He went, "You going down to North Wales?" I went, no, we're not going to North Wales. We went, good. I went, "Why?" He went, "I said, they don't." He said, "I can't speak Welsh. But they do down there," he said. "But they won't speak English in front of anybody that speaks English. They don't speak
No.
Welsh."
They speak
I went,
Welsh.
"Do
Yeah.
they?" And he went, "Ignorant bastard."
Yeah, we know that.
But if it's their own language, fair enough.
Yeah.
It's like when I went to France on the
Oh,
bush.
scarce.
Oh, it's terrible, isn't it?
Nothing wrong with Scousers.
Yeah, Parker's a Scouser. That ain't Parker.
Parker is, yeah.
Yeah, he's dead good, like that Parker.
Parker.
Jim,
You,
Jim
you
Royal.
look worse.
That dear Parker's a Scully.
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
German.
Nice. German's a nice language, actually.
It's quite hard to learn, isn't it?
it's German is one.
Yeah, I got to speak it okay. A few
What
years
can you say?
from that.
What can you say in German?
What can't you say? All right.
Well, what can you say?
Haben Sie eine Tischtür 2, bitte? Kann ich öffnen das Fenster?
All I can say is, jawohl, mein Führer. From watching the films.
Nein.
My favourite word in German is Scheisse. It means shit.
Shit. Scheiße.
Scheisse.
Where's Eric from? He's from Wisconsin.
It is from Wisconsin.
From Katuda Kahada Matuta.
He said,
Whatever it is.
Matata or whatever it was.
Kahuna Matata, yeah. I've lost the plot. Lack of sleep.
He's from Hakuna Matata.
It means no worries.
For the rest of your days. We've all seen the Lion. We've all seen the Lion King here.
Oh, I love the Lion
Oh
King.
my god.
Brilliant, isn't it?
It's not as good as the Jungle Book.
No, I love the Jungle Book.
Now that's cool, Christine.
I can
Ooh.
swear in Polish and Chinese.
I tell you, I had a
Christine.
mate, right? Can
Look,
you?
I say Christine. Christine. Buongiorno, molto bene.
I had a mate who was Greek. I used to work with a mate who was Greek, right? And he said to me, there was a Greek woman that he couldn't get the car round. And he said, "I'll go and knock on the door down." So she'd come out. She's come out and he said, "Right." He said, "Oh, she's like a Greek lady." I went, "Yeah." He went, "Okay. Say," well, I'm not going to say what he said. "Say this to her." So I said it to her and she bloody hit me. Chased me around the car and hit me. And when I caught up with him, he was pissing himself.
What did you say?
Should I repeat it? In
No,
Greek?
do it offline.
I do it offline. Tell us because that sounds hilarious.
Well, let's just say it was the Greek for "you're a lady's part." And I didn't know. And I went, "What?" I said, he said, what did you say? I said, yeah. He said, "You said it right." He said, "But I'll tell you what it means." And I got in the car and he told me. And she literally hit me and chased me around the car.
Dan, why do they say bitter when you can't get it there? But they say bitter in India as well.
Bitter.
Yeah.
Bitter.
Bitter.
Brett is in the house tonight, everyone.
Hiya, Brett.
Remember it?
It's like Home Alone. That's us. That's us. My great-grandparents were German. Homestead in
It's a nice
Holland.
language.
Spoke nothing but German. By the way, jawohl means yes, sir. To Dan,
Jawohl.
we were jawohl, mein Führer.
Jawohl. They
Grazie.
I used to have a mate who was he used to work. I worked with him in Romania, well, in Transylvania, and in Transylvania there was a town, and this guy, my mate, he was German born and bred, lovely guy, and we went up to this town, and I said to him, "Oh, well, can't you you going to converse with them?" And he said, "Well, no, because they left Germany about 500, 600 years ago. They moved to this part of Romania in the Transylvanian Alps." But he said they speak something called High German, which is Old German. He said, "No,
Yeah,
I
it's
can't
the Old
understand
German,
the
isn't it?
word." Yeah, I can't understand a word of it. He said, "It's totally different." Which is like, I suppose it's like Old English, isn't it?
It's a bit like High Valyrian in Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
It would be, wouldn't it? It would be exactly like that. It's amazing. But then if you look at our language is a derivative of French and German. So English is sort of an Anglo, sort of Gallic language, really.
I want to just say, when we was in Wales, we tried to do, we did a ghost hunt. We tried to do a spirit box session, and we weren't really getting much because we were speaking with our normal accents. The minute I said, Dan, ask him questions with a Welsh accent. The minute he did that, and he was speaking with his Welsh accent, go on, do a little bit of your Welsh accent for us, Dan.
I was just things like, all right, boy, how old are you now? That type of
See?
thing, that.
Yeah, so he was doing it. He was doing that, and we were getting responses, hits after hit after hit. The minute Dan dropped back into English accent, and
ignored me, didn't he? Did the
ignored
one,
us.
didn't we? Do you remember the one with the girl? And I walked in and I said, I've done. Is there? Oh, now I'm not psychic or anything like that. No medium. I said to the girl, "Was there any girls that haunt this property?" The property was what 500 years old, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And she said, "No, I don't think so. There's never been one seen here." So then we went upstairs, didn't we? And I asked in English, nothing. And then when I asked in Welsh, she said, "I'm a girl and I'm 6," or something like that, wasn't it?
Bloody hell.
With a Welsh accent.
With a Welsh accent. If we're talking a Welsh accent, with a Welsh accent, wouldn't talk in English.
So sometimes I think, like, we talk about all these different accents and different places and stuff like that. So if you're like a foreigner to those parts, sometimes it might be worth thinking about putting on an accent or trying to mimic the accent as best you can to see if you can get responses from that, if you find it is a little bit flat. But that was a good experiment.
It is. I mean, the one I did one in English, or did one in English, or somebody did one in English. They were trying to communicate with spirit from hundreds of years ago. This building that was 100 years old. It's like, no, you can't be speaking in English. You got to be speaking. If you can be beyond medieval, you got to speak in French because that's the language that they used then. Everybody spoke French then. But then it would have been a different type of French, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
It's just so weird, isn't it? It's different languages. It's interesting, people's languages.
I would laugh my socks off if that dog now lets one rip right by your face.
Oh, that'd be funny.
Oh man, that would be so funny.
It wouldn't.
Best way, Eric.
Yeah.
Best way.
Definitely.
So are we all excited for next week for Mothman?
Yep.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
love
I'm
I'm
at
ready.
work today, I think.
Can't wait. Can I just say about Friday's show?
Yeah.
No.
Friday's show, guys, nobody asked your opinion. Shut up, Parker. Somebody
Actually,
knew that.
well, wait, Lois. What do you think should happen, Jay?
You what?
I'm asking your opinion. What do you think?
What's that?
I don't want
Do
his
you reckon she
opinion.
should talk about her show or not?
No.
Yes.
See,
It's,
that's my opinion. I agree with him.
mega. Mega.
Yeah,
It is,
for the 2
it's,
years.
so, it's going to be a great show. It's going to be mega. Listen to Lois.
Right. Friday night, guys, please tune in. Last week, we could not get this guy to come, so I had to cancel Friday's show. I was nowhere anyway on Friday, but Friday's show would have been the Waverley Sanatorium. This Friday, guys, we are getting Eric from the Waverley Sanatorium. He's coming to speak about saving the Waverley Hills. Please tune in. It's going to be a cracking guys show.
So that will be the Frighteners on Simply Spooky, and it will be streamed to Things Network as well. And I will be in the chat moderating, but I'm also going to be taking notes because from Friday's show, we are hoping to write an article for a magazine. So it's important, and it's it's a really good cause. Listen to Friday's show. See what you think, guys. Tune in with Lois and I believe Nick's going to be on. You won't see the rest of the Frighteners team. We're having the night off in sorts. I'm going to be busy writing, but it's going to be a cracking show. But tomorrow night on the Spooky Show with Viv and Dan, we have the wonderful, the gorgeous, the good-looking, the very talented.
Stop it.
The very talented, the beautiful, inside and out, Nettie! Nettie in the house, coming on as a guest.
Hey, Nettie's going to be in the house.
You want to think that Viv was talking about you two ugly ducklings, were you?
You're gonna wind your neck in.
So we got Nettie coming on. We feel like we know Nettie, that we know her, and that she's a good friend of Simply Spooky and the shows that we do, but we feel that we know her. So we thought it was about time we got Nettie on to meet her in person, per se, through the internet, and to quiz her about her haunted journey, her haunted house, and what she's been up to. So we've got Nettie in the house tomorrow, and we're very excited about that. Thursday, crime show on Simply Spooky.
Thursday, we're talking about.
No, you've
Jack
done
the
one.
Ripper.
That's all right. We don't want to hear that. You've had one.
Listen, Princess, pipe down.
So is it a
Princess
crime
Parker.
show? You're going to be talking about your shoplifting days?
I'll talk about that body under my patio.
When you had that coat with 2 false arms and 20 pockets?
I'll talk about the rabbits.
Oh, poor Lois. They really make her go through it.
I know, they're bastards.
Lois, the quicker you get right into one of them serial killers and sorting these two out, the better it'll be for you, eh?
I know. I'll be like, see, fuck you.
So, Lois has a crime show on the Simply Spooky network on a Thursday.
Jamie, what's on your show? Jamie was...
What time are you on Thursday, Lois?
Oh, it depends if the police let her go.
7 to 8.
I'll see you where I work.
I didn't even know that button fell into my pocket. Them 200 cigarettes got nothing to do with
I'm sorry about these guys.
Sorry.
Listen, lads,
shut up.
you've made Lois cry.
I know. After. They're like,
They're bullies. Lois, they're just big bullies.
Dan, I just can't wait to see Dan because I'll give him a kick in the balls first before he even
And Jamie. And Jamie.
She's got it's
Yes,
my
Robert.
partner. That is my partner.
Oh.
It's not nude. He's got a t-shirt on.
Look, second time, look, t-shirt. T-shirt. Skin. T-shirt.
No, correction.
I'm going to change my t-shirt to a colourful one.
T-shirt. He went t-shirt, skin. I saw t-shirt, hairy. Hairy. So what was he saying? Like Lois's show on Thursday.
Thursday.
With Nick Muley is the crime show, and you'll be talking about
Jack the Ripper.
Don't start, Dan.
He nearly got caught, you know.
Who's that?
Jack the Ripper.
I
Yeah.
thought
He
you
was in
meant
the pub.
Nick Muley.
He's going to start for a slash.
That's what I say.
Americans don't get what the slash is.
Never mind. As they're just a pair of assholes. Translation.
I can't even argue with that.
Yep, you can't argue.
Are we the third weekend of the month this weekend? I can't remember.
Yes.
So we have on
Yes.
Saturday there will be Metaphysical Insights on the Simply Spooky Show, which is William Becker and
Good old William.
guest. So he does the first and third Saturday of the month, but that's a late one our time. It's 10 o'clock our time. I think it's 2 p.m.
2 o'clock in it, his time.
Something like that.
Yes, I think you're right, Joe.
But yeah. So that's what we've got going on this week. Don't forget to tune into the crime show. Don't listen to what these two say.
Lo, have you just
She's
started?
getting ready for Thursday, look.
Who's snorting?
the right ump when they. I bet she got the right ump when they said you haven't got to wear masks in shops anymore.
Right, guys, I'm the normal one to say
No,
bye.
don't
Thanks
go
for
away.
everybody
There's
that's watched the show.
mileage to get out of you yet.
Dad, Terry wants to know what's coming up.
Stuff that Lois has got, but it's not very interesting. So, no, she has got some really good stuff. Friday, Terry, she's got the guy from Waverley Hills.
See, you weren't even paying attention.
Thursday, she's talking about her shoplifting career.
It's Crikey.
That's it.
Where's Web? I'm not even attempting to say Robert.
Go on, tell him.
No, because you aren't laughing.
It's in America. Robert. It's a really, really well-known haunted building. It was a psychiatric asylum or an asylum, and there's lots of sad history surrounds it. It's an amazing place, and it's very important to the paranormal community. No matter where you are in the world, it needs saving because it's a jewel. It's a jewel in the crown,
and it's massive. It's very big as well.
Yeah. But yeah, guys, just tune in.
We probably have, Eric. We probably have broke Facebook.
God. I'm surprised.
Yes, it's near Eric. It's near Eric Waverley Hills. It's an amazing building.
I'm surprised we've not been kicked off the network the way you got me.
I thought you were saving some houses in Scotland.
You've upset her now, Dan. Dan, look, you've upset her now.
Oh dear, she's all right.
I'm still here.
She's good as gold.
You're fine.
Just checking a bath.
Yes, exactly, Eric. It is the sanitarium. Yes.
Yeah.
What did I call it? Psychiatric unit. Yeah, it's sanitarium, isn't it? Or it was. Yeah. Yeah.
So
Sorry,
that
sanitarium.
That will be a good show. So you can always find us on catch up on the actual pages. We will post to YouTube when we can. So you can catch up if you're not going to be around and see what was what. Lois.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
What about Thursday?
I'm lost now. My brain's completely.
Thursday, I believe it's Jack the Ripper on Thursday, isn't it?
Yep, Jack the Ripper on Thursday and Waverley Hills on Friday and a break on Saturday.
Look at these two. Bite your tongues. Their faces, they're naughty, aren't they?
Yeah.
We're cheeky cherubs.
You're not cheeky cherubs. I wouldn't call you a cherub. Far from a cherub.
But
definitely not. No, definitely not Parker. Oh God, you two.
What day can Willie have a night off?
Never, Terry. Never.
Never.
Do you know what, Terry? If you want to come on the show as a guest, you're more than welcome. Just send me a message, Terry, and we'll sort it out. But yeah, so we got some exciting stuff coming up, regardless of what these two say. It's all good. It's all good stuff.
Who's that, Christine? Which one have you spoken to? Sorry, I'll put that on.
Jack the Ripper.
I was going to say, you don't look that old, Christine. Jack the Ripper?
I think
or are you thinking of the Yorkshire Ripper?
Peter Sutcliffe, yeah.
Ripper, isn't it?
Yeah, the Yorkshire Ripper. Is he still alive?
No,
he died.
He died in prison, didn't he?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
I think it was in Wakefield.
I'd rather have lived, really, and just suffered having to realise what he's done every day of his life.
Wow.
Never mind.
Very sad, Christine. So,
Yeah.
very sad.
Right. I suppose we've been on an hour and a half now. I don't know what we talked about the last half hour, just these two, I think.
He was just ripping it out of loads.
That was that pair of bastards that Carver's a bitch. And I'll be driving that bus towards later.
Has anybody got any last questions in the chat before we end it tonight? Anybody want to know anything?
Yes, they're having an affair down in Parker. They've been bum boys for months.
He sounds like a bit like Muttley.
Middle.
Are you getting bored?
I get bored of it.
Eric, I can never get bored with this lot. Honestly, they keep me on my toes all the time. But to be fair, without Lois, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes on the Simply Spooky network page, and she's somebody that I can depend on. Can't depend on these two down here.
No, I can't ask.
They're useless.
Robert says, I know less now than what I knew when I came in.
Yep.
What's going on? Terry? Parker, do you want to tell Terry what's coming up?
What's that?
What's coming up on the show?
No, I can't.
Thursday, Lois chatting some old crap about Jack the Ripper. Friday, she's banging on about some sanatorium, stuff like that, really.
And then Friday, it's with Nick and Lois about the silent opening.
So what's Thursday about?
If it weren't for Nick, I wouldn't bother listening in.
What's Thursday about?
Jack the Ripper.
What is the show called Thursday?
Crime and something.
Show.
Yeah.
They don't take any notice, do they, Lo?
No, they
Called
don't.
Crime and Punishment, isn't it?
How to nick out Tesco's.
So remember to click the loop because that's now
Buy
like
one, nick two.
Buy one, nick two.
Yes, Christina, it is Jack the Ripper, not the Yorkshire Ripper. Don't listen to these three fannies. Oh, the test QQ.
Oh God. Just know this. I am never going shopping with those two. Get down there. They can wait in the car. If I have to go into the shop to get anything, they can stay in the car. They're not coming. Can you imagine walking around Tesco's with these two? I just wouldn't.
No. Oh, fuck no.
No, big no.
You're welcome, Christine.
I've just got an image of you in my head of you going around with a trolley with a false bottom in it.
Or taking it out to a car.
Yeah.
Will you take your own trolleys in the stores?
Lois does.
No, see, I'm the opposite. I love shopping. I hate shopping. Oh, I hate shopping. I hate Dan. I hate plastic.
Well, she doesn't like paying for it, Eric. Let's say that.
She's a quick in and out job.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you get your own trolley, Asda.
That one's specially made.
The full spot.
It was a good night tonight.
It was a good night.
Oh my
It's always a good
God.
night. With the spooky crew.
Brilliant night
So-
tonight.
So we may or may not see Jay, depending on his work patterns. Hopefully.
You down in the baby seat.
You just wouldn't trust him. Oh, my God.
I'd have said booster seat, but each to their own.
Poster.
I'd make sure he's strapped in tight so he couldn't get anything. Just nick 'em. What was I going to say? Yeah, so we might. We will definitely be on next Tuesday. It all depends on Parker's work patterns.
Yeah.
So, did you enjoy tonight, Parker?
Yeah, it was good.
That's
Better than
lovely to
last
be
week
back.
I had at work. So yeah, it's.
Are you going to get a nice balaclava?
Sorry?
To put in your? Are you going to get a balaclava to put in your paranormal equipment box?
No.
Are you, Dan?
What? Balaclava?
Yeah, can you still get them?
I think you'd only need one if you went out shopping with Lo, wouldn't you?
She's got loads. I'll have to borrow one.
Oh dear.
It has been a good night, Annette.
Yeah.
It has.
Aye.
Steve going to show us something?
No.
He needs to show us it now. It's balaclava.
Just.
No, they didn't ask. Have we
Is that
finished the show yet?
Okay, after the show.
They're away.
Balaclava.
Oh, she's got it there. Is it Steve's or is it Lois's?
It's the right place to cover it, Terry.
Oh, dear.
You should get the Crime Life collection on the show.
We should.
Yes, they are good. Grimlock Collective are good.
That's that day. You tell them.
Yeah, I like the Grimlock Collective, Sarah. They're good.
So, right, we're going to end the show tonight now. There's been too much laughing going on. Can't handle it. But we will be back tomorrow and through the week on the Simply Spooky Network and on the Things Network. Keep a lookout for us. We do appreciate you, and thank you to everyone in the chat, and thank you for joining in on the conversation. I hope we haven't.
Thanks, Sarah. Sorry.
I hope we haven't disturbed you too much tonight. Thanks, Sarah.
If you do have any premonitions of me killing Dan and Parker, not guilty, Your Honour.
Don't worry, Lois. I'll be your alibi. It's not a problem.
Smashing. Good night,
Take care, everyone.
Night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Night, all.